Hello everyone! Welcome to the Ear Influencer Meetup for YouTube creators. Today we will talk about content distribution to Chinese platforms, including reasons for doing that, benefits you can get, an extensive overview of the market and a checklist for breaking into those platforms. For newcomers, we are Ear Creators Ecosystem, a global YouTube partner that currently cooperates with 3,000 creators who already have experience in distributing YouTube content to Chinese platforms. While setting up this content for our partners, we explored this market properly and, no surprisingly, faced some issues. But we learned a lot and feel like we have a good handle on this. So today we'll share this knowledge with you to make your own path simpler. So let's figure out why you need content distribution at all. The main reasons are audience growth. Entering other platforms lets you gain new viewers that you may not reach on YouTube. More audiences learn about you in different countries and on different platforms. The best effect is achieved if you choose platforms with radically new audiences. New brand deals. By appearing on new platforms, you are guaranteed to be of interest to brands that don't use YouTube in their advertising strategies. With one or more new platforms, you increase the chances of getting profitable advertising contracts. Income growth. Besides brand deals, many platforms have their own system of monetization, so you can redouble your income without creating new content. In some cases, other platforms become the main source of income. There is a growing practice of authors experiencing a smaller income on YouTube while gaining more popularity on other platforms due to the free niche on these platforms. An alternative platform for force majeure. If for any reason your channel is blocked on YouTube, or the whole platform get blocked, you will be able to continue functioning on other already established and developed platforms. Minimum cost. Using proper services, the distribution process is fully automated, and content can simply be duplicated on different platforms. It is always possible to create exclusive content for any of the platforms, if the desire or need for it arises. Distribution is about opening up new markets, expanding the audience, and thus increasing the income from the channel. In one word, distribution means reusing existing content and promoting these by going beyond YouTube and its typical instruments. Everyone who takes advantage of this wins more than those who don't. Chinese platforms are the most attractive ones to enter. Why? YouTube is prohibited in China. Chinese audiences are incapable of reaching you on YouTube because of Chinese legislation. So there are different platforms with their own influencers, and they develop separately from the rest of the world. Considering the population of China, imagine the number of views you lose while not distributing your content there. The second is lack of local content. Due to the deniability of YouTube, there is very little content in China and few creators who produce there, because there is no prospect of expanding the audience, censorship, etc. So local platforms are thrilled with creators who want to enter their market with already finished content. Huge market with a hungry audience. The local audience wants to consume not only local content but foreign as well. Because access to such content is limited, the audience is very hungry and consumes a lot more foreign content on local platforms. The fourth is no competition. All these factors create an environment with little to no competition in different niches and themes. So most types of content would be new to this audience. Brand deals. While there is a lack of content on the market, the outreach on local platforms is huge. Consequently, local brands are very active in offering advertising integrations with impressive budgets. Exclusive contracts with platforms. Platforms in the marketplace are highly competitive, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to get the right creator. If your channel becomes popular and shows good results, local platforms will offer you cooperation on exclusive terms to keep you on the platform, such as large payments, bonus systems, etc. So what about the Chinese media market? A few words about local platforms and restrictions on Google products there. Since 2009, YouTube has been blocked in China and was among the first social media websites to get blocked by the Great Firewall of China. YouTube, which is owned by Google, gives us access to videos created by users from around the world. This presents a threat to the Chinese government, which tends toward blocking any content that may be critical of the communist regime, or which may support ideas that promote democracy in China. YouTube is not the only social media website blocked in China. Facebook was also blocked in 2009, along with Twitter, Picasa, Blogspot, and Vimeo. As these social media websites are based in Western countries, mostly in the United States, China cannot force them to filter content for Chinese users. In this case, China opts to block the website's access altogether. Blocking websites like YouTube has some benefits for China. The country has its own versions of YouTube that are very popular. The most popular video platforms in China are: the first is DOUYU, well known as TikTok, with more than 1 billion users all over the world. This platform doesn't need to be introduced. The next is Bilibili, which has over 170 million users per month. Bilibili has content in English, Chinese, Japanese, Korean languages, and voiceless videos as well. The most popular content categories are food and cooking, music, sports, entertainment, crafts and handmade, and hobbies. Besides, CPM on Bilibili stands at 10 to 50 cents. The third one is XIGUA, has over 130 million users per month. Languages of content the same as Bilibili has: English, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and voiceless videos. Among content categories, the most popular are kids, entertainment, crafts and handmade, hobbies, and music. CPM on XIGUA stands at 10 to 50 cents. The fourth is IQIYI. IQIYI has an audience of over 500 million users per month. IQIYI's CPM stands at 10 to 30 cents. IQIYI's languages are similar to XIGUA, and the top categories include kids, entertainment, craft and handmade, hobbies, and music. DOUYU has an audience over 163 million users per month. CPM stands at 10 to 50 cents. Leading content categories are food and cooking, gaming, music, sports, entertainment, crafts and handmade, and hobbies. And the last platform is HAOKAN, or BAIDU, with an audience of over 558 million per month. It's noteworthy that this amount includes users of the entire HAOKAN app, with a number of other services beside the video platform. So we can't say that HAOKAN is the largest, but this is the most advanced by audience activity and profitability, as well as XIGUA, and some more platforms: Youku, Weibo, and Tencent Video. In comparison, on YouTube there are over 1.9 billion viewers per month, the largest amount among all platforms, but this includes views from all over the world, except China. For example, BAIDU generates almost 1/3 of YouTube views from Asian viewers only, so it's definitely an advantage to enter these platforms, right? At Ear Creators Ecosystem, we try to distribute first at Bilibili and XIGUA. We observe the largest traffic on these platforms with the best opportunities to promote content. These platforms are quite different in their approach to content selection. Bilibili barely works with kids' content, and outreach for this category is sufficiently low, so there is no sense in distributing made-for-kids content there. On the other hand, XIGUA excels in the kids segment, but other content categories perform worse and are second to Bilibili in views. Bilibili shows excellent results in the entertainment segment for an old audience over 14 years old. Such categories as entertainment channels, DIY, food, sports, lifestyle blogs, beauty blogs, and music. Once the channels become more popular and the creator's self-brand becomes recognizable on the local market, we can place content on such platforms as IQIYI, HAOKAN, BAIDU, or DOUYU. The threshold of entry to these sites is much higher. For example, DOUYU only deploys channels starting from 500,000 subscribers on YouTube with regular publications and with an already developed channel in China. Regarding exclusive contracts, Bilibili regularly makes offers to their creators. and DOUYU works with authors only contractually. What about revenue generation on Chinese platforms? The creator can monetize content on Chinese platforms in various ways. There are 4 components of income: CPM-based views, bonus system, exclusive contracts with platforms, and brand deals. Let's dive deeper into each of them. The main revenue on most platforms comes from commercial views with advertisements. The average CPM per platform is 50 cents. Sometimes CPM can grow if the platform promotes a certain category. In such cases, CPM can reach $4 or even $5 per 1,000 ad views. The CPM model is available on the following platforms: Bilibili, XIGUA, IQIYI, and HAOKAN. An equally important element of revenue from Chinese platforms are bonuses. Most platforms give bonuses immediately after connection. The size of the bonus depends on how interested the platform is in placing your particular content. Not every channel receives welcome bonuses, but if the channel improves later, you can receive quarterly future bonuses. Bonuses are available on Bilibili and XIGUA. If your channel is popular enough, the platform can offer you an exclusive contract. The terms of the contracts vary from exclusive placement only on a specific platform to agreement to publishing more videos. These contracts are most often for 1 year or more. A lump sum payment, a certain amount paid to you after fulfilling the terms of the contract, and a bonus system. You receive a bonus based on the performance of the new videos, number of views in the first 7 days after publication. Special attention should be paid for offers from brands on advertising integration. They often come a few months after the channel placement on platforms. Integration fees are based on the popularity of the channel and complexity of the task and the time required. In the Air Creators ecosystem, we try to agree on the best conditions for our creators and to make communication between the brand and the creator easy and clear. Our partner, DIY Hamster Maze, was placed on the platform on January 2021. In 6 months, the first brand came to make an integration. It was Happy Valley, Beijing amusement park. They proposed to Bilibili, and then the platform came to us with this offer. We did some communication, agreed on a fee, and released the project for a month. So, which channels are most recommended for distribution of content on Chinese platforms? When determining appropriate content to distribute on Chinese platforms, we must consider the language and content restrictions. As mentioned, each platform has a limited list of accepted languages. This is due to audience specifics. Most users are Asian, so they don't speak other primary languages. There is no reason to upload Spanish, German, or Russian content there because no one watches in those languages. So, possible languages are limited to English, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. If your videos are in other language, you have to translate them and add subtitles or redub videos if you can do this. Voiceless videos are also acceptable because this is understandable for all nations. But be careful to simply put music on top of the existing video. Do this only if you are sure it doesn't conflict with the video's messages. Otherwise, the viewers won't understand your idea and the content won't perform well. The Chinese market has its own local features that differ from global trends on YouTube. The most popular themes today are talent, DIY, pets, technology, music, dance, food and cooking, knowledge, photography, and hobbies, such as fishing and hunting. However, there are a number of prohibited topics on Chinese platforms, such as religion, politics, history, violence, eroticism, big eating, as popular mukbang, ASMR, horror, and content requiring cultural backgrounds. As on YouTube, it's not that simple. The rules and restrictions also exist there. What are the challenges of getting on Chinese platforms on your own? There are 3 main issues you would face trying to get on Chinese platforms. The first is no direct connection with support for creators abroad. It is difficult to directly address the platforms, and support service do not work very well. There are specific features of communication with each platform, and that must be looked at individually. You will probably face different restrictive rules and slow response. The second, legal issues, the abundance of paperwork and bureaucracy. To enter this market, you need to sign a very large number of documents, get a Chinese telephone number, etc. Spoiler, to be placed with your creators ecosystem, you also need to provide documents and do some paperwork, but much less than on your own. And we take on the most difficult legal questions. The creator has only to verify the information. And the last, user interface only for Chinese speaking. Most platforms don't have English localization, and the content requires proper optimization and translation into Chinese. The Chinese language is hard, which is the main challenge. But we can do all of this for the creator. Obviously, these problems are not impossible, but do bring a lot of challenges and inconvenience. What should you do to be placed on Chinese platforms? If you choose us to help you in this task, there are 3 stages for breaking into Chinese platforms. The first is a simple agreement with your creators ecosystem. Just accept a web offer. Register at MyEar.io website. Add your channel under channels. And accept a web offer on Chinese platforms in the section Video Distribution. After that, your channel will be sent to Chinese platforms for approval. The next stage is the moderation process. Moderation will take from 1 to 2 weeks. Unfortunately, not every channel can be approved due to the political situation in China, as well as numerous restrictions on content types on the platforms. Moderators study each channel carefully, and the final decision on content placement rests on them. After we have received a response from the platforms, we report this to you and begin the verification process. You will need to provide us with the following information: passport photo, not scan, exactly photo, photo of you holding the passport, screenshot of YouTube Creative Studio main page, photo or scan of signed syndication authorization or Bilibili confirmation letter. To register on Chinese platforms, you need to log in using documents such as a passport. This is not even a requirement of the platforms, but Chinese law. Also, the platforms request confirmation from you that we can publish your content and transfer the proceeds of monetization to you. This is confirmed with a screenshot of the YouTube Creative Studio and the signed syndication authorization. If the channel is going to be uploaded on Bilibili, it is necessary to also sign a Bilibili confirmation letter with the same information, that you give permission to receive funds from a creators ecosystem. Regarding the security of your documents, we have access to them only for a while. After receiving them, we transmit these directly to the responsible persons within the Chinese platforms, who then make the authorization on the platforms. As you see, we take on all of the procedures. All you have to do is give the information in the necessary time. How can we help you with promotion? We already have a proven strategy for the placement and promotion of channels on Chinese platforms. First, we select the right platforms and work with channel growth there. We translate your channel from English to Chinese. We optimize your videos. We upload videos on the platform regularly with the best frequency. In one word, we minimize your efforts and do everything you probably don't have time to do while creating your content for YouTube. And we are committed to doing this properly. We are delighted about 4 of our partners that already gained silver play buttons on Bilibili after half a year on the platforms. So we're ready to help you succeed too. Regarding promotion on Chinese platforms, there are some tools and tricks to gain popularity. Some of them are in common with YouTube, but also there are new unusual things. For example, shoutouts. A shoutout video is a major way to promote in the beginning. It's a short welcome video with the creator saying hello, then talking about the channel and him or herself. These videos are placed on the main page of the platform and allow for a steady building of the audience immediately. How to create effective shoutouts? Duration must be around 30 seconds. Use Chinese to say hi to the platform audience. Ni hao, Bilibili.
Ni hao! Hi, Bilibili!
Use native, better English language to introduce yourself.
I'm Lane.
And I'm Tony, and we are Patty Cake Productions.
Share about your content in a few words.
And we are so happy to be here. Many of you have seen our original series, The Villain's Lair.
Well, we are the songwriters, the directors, and the creators of everything you see in all of our videos. Every costume,
Every lyric,
every stone in the wall,
we made.
It is so amazing that our Chinese audience loves The Villain's Lair as much as we do.
And we're excited to tell you we have officially started a Bilibili channel.
Share about your goals on this platform. What do you want to say to the Chinese audience?
Here is where we will post our official videos and lyrics.
One of our favorite things to do is to talk to our fans about our projects.
And this channel will give us a way to communicate directly with you.
And finally, use Chinese to motivate viewers to click like and subscribe at the end. If you like my video, remember to Yi Jian San Lian.
If you like my video, remember to Asian San Lian Bilibili. Bye.
The next important thing to promote yourself, there is frequent and regular publications. Channels that release videos at least once a week are much more successful than channels with few videos. So you can't grow on the platform if you don't pay enough attention to it. Following trends is the third necessity for growing there. Don't forget about the difference between YouTube's global and Chinese trends. We track trends on the platform and can recommend topics worth shooting to boost conversion on Chinese platforms. You can publish such videos both on the main YouTube channel or send them to us separately, and we will release them exclusively for China. What are the advantages of cooperating with the ear creators ecosystem to distribute content to Chinese platforms? The first is monetization from the first day of placement. We turn on monetization at once on all the platforms where we place your content without restrictions and thresholds. Your channel starts making money right away. Rapid technical support. We help our partners with any issues that may arise in the distribution process. Meanwhile, it is almost impossible to resolve most issues directly through the support of the platform. Automated distribution process. You don't need to send us a video, remind us to upload new videos, or manage this process in any way. Everything is automatically set up and does not require the creator to participate in the process. Copyright protection. We help block duplicated channels or separate videos that have been uploaded onto platforms without your permission. All operations in one account. You don't need to disperse on multiple accounts, searching for your income, indicators, etc. Information from platforms is assembled in one account in the ear creators ecosystem. The funds go into one account, and you can accurately track your income and easily withdraw it with our financial instruments. Channel promotion. We are thoroughly studied every platform we cooperate with. Therefore, we know exactly how to place and maintain these channels in order to get the maximum result on views and revenue. Let me share our achievements for illustrative purposes. On December 2020, we placed BoreumTube Toys Review channel on DOUYU. After 6 months, the channel had already generated over 4 million views per month. Talking about Bilibili, our partners that were placed there in December had already generated almost 3 million views per month a half a year later. This is caused by the right strategy and our professional approach to distribution. Commercial offers. We help our partners to release a wide range of commercial offers coming from platforms and brands. We will do everything possible to make the process easy, clear, and on the best terms. Educational assistance. We provide our partners with training, webinars, and meetups about tools to increase income on new platforms and tips on how to work with them. You have now almost finished watching one of these types of videos. I hope it was useful and informative for you. Let's start expanding your content to new markets together. Contact us to ask your questions or to get an extensive consultation. Can't wait to meet you again on other meetups and new platforms. 一张三两